Dear NetherGames, I've been a player and a content creator on your server for over a year now, and considering I'm still around, you must be doing something right. Instead of constantly complimenting you though, I want to give you some suggestions / improvements that I think you need for 2022. The first one being a lower YouTube rank requirement. Now, I've made a video on this in the past, and I've talked to you about this in the past too, but it hasn't reached the right person because nothing has happened, and I think this needs to change. I don't know why there isn't anything happening at all. A lot of the right people would have the free time to do some editing on the website, add another application forum, maybe add somebody else to the staff position that could try to answer all the applications, but it's just not happening. NetherGames needs more native content creators, and it just currently does not, and I think one of those reasons is because of the YouTube rank requirement. Now, if you haven't actually watched the video, you can watch it at the end of this video because I won't go into it too much here. Second thing I think you should change for next year is removing block lag. Now, it's easier said than done, but from what I hear, it is currently being worked on, which is fantastic. A lot of players leave the server just because of block lag, and it's a shame because they really do like enjoying NetherGames. It's just that having block lag makes it impossible for some people to, for example, bridge. Or if they're trying to clutch, for example, they place a block and it glitches them off their clutch and into the void. NetherGames is a really great server, but sometimes it's just inhibited by these small things such as lag or hackers or block lag that will make players switch servers even if they're enjoying themselves. It's just sometimes unbearable. Third is a 99% accurate anti-cheat kick. Now, I could have called this just make it better anti-cheat, but I think you're doing a pretty good job so far. It's just that you're not very confident allowing the anti-cheat to kick players because the anti-cheat seems to be detecting pretty well from what I've experienced, but it just doesn't want to kick because it doesn't have enough proof to validate a kick. Currently, the anti-cheat has maybe an 80 or 90% accurate kick, which is great, but it still means that out of 1,000 players, 100 will get false kicked for hacking, which is not great. Which brings me to my fourth point: solos bedwars should be reconnectable. Now, solos bedwars is one of the, if not the most popular game mode on NetherGames, and it still does not allow you to reconnect after you have disconnected. And I think the part where the anti-cheat false kicks people would be less of a problem if you were able to reconnect on solos. The only time I've ever seen anybody complain about the anti-cheat false kicking somebody is when they're playing solos, because on doubles they know they can reconnect, on squads they know they can reconnect, on hyperlands for example you can reconnect, and that's an absolutely fantastic thing. I haven't had to use that feature yet, but if I would have to, I would be extremely thankful for it being there, and NetherGames needs it too. Fifth is a win streak counter. Now, hyperlands has this too, and this wouldn't be a massive change, but it would be great for new players. I mean, isn't it awesome if you're playing a new server and you've won 3, 4, 5 games and you can see that win streak counter go up every single game? It's a great motivation to just keep going and see how long your win streak can get. Now, the last recommendation for you is to add niche and quirky leaderboards for every game mode. For example, most X thrown on Skywars, or most iron collected in a day for Bed Wars, or most blocks placed in a day for Bed Wars. If there's more daily leaderboards that reset every single day, that's going to be more of a motivation for some players to grind a bit longer than they usually would to pass somebody else, or for somebody who hasn't ever been on a leaderboard to grind all day to get on that leaderboard. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys in my next video.